However, this is the evidence that gets real gnarly. So the fact that on this video where Tamal's saying he's actually talking about the bogus appointment system, and he's looking up in the air and he's spacing out and he's umming and ahhing and you might have said it like this, and I think Goridas Pundit might have been there, was and I think to my memory, and no, he's just a clear answer. He should have said a clear. No, Prabhupada was just about to say Gaur Govinda Maharaj can take over reinitiation, and it was another, I think, Radha Krishna Swami, I think. But Prabhupada actually, the specific words were, and I believe this, he said either or both. So he definitely named Gaur Govinda, and I think the other one was Radha Krishna Swami, to take over. And soon as Tamal heard that, because this is intricate how I found out about this, and as soon as Tamal found out about that, he immediately snuffled it. That's why that's why Bhavananda was getting people in quickly, because they dosed up the cadmium. And the Guru Kulboy, our witness, and this is bona fide, he said he saw Bhavananda putting sprinkling powder, and Bhavananda said, "Oh, it's magic powder," when he was asked about it. So these evidences. That's why I push the ball over the cliff with pronouncing this group. By just me stepping over, because no one's scared to, but I have nothing to lose. And my will is forcing me to do this. I cannot. I'm in the middle of a 3-2. It's Brahma Muhurta, I cannot not do this, So just forgive me for that, because it's exciting, because with many of us did 30 years on the street. There's a lot of revenue here, a lot of buildings and furniture and marble and deities and schools and restaurants. The whole thing is underneath Bhavananda now, because ISKCON Incorporated is owned by the Pope. So that's why he's put it under ISKCON Incorporated. He quickly snicked that under the rug before anyone realized what he was doing. And that's why he was just speaking in Vrindavan with, see, we've got Radha Jivan, head of Mayapur TV. All these men are getting insulted, but they don't care. Bhavananda has to be there with Ford's funding, who's another Freemason, and that's why the Radhanath, those three being Freemasons, who knows, certainly Adi Kesava, and who knows who Saradanya doesn't look like, he's Jewish probably. Something, but certainly Prabhupada said it. I mean, this is point blank. So I needed to add that there was one thing about when he said on this recent video, well, he shouldn't be allowed to be speaking on the Vyasa-san. Basically, we see that he's actually I think on one video he's sitting on the Vyasa-san, but he's sitting in it. He's making a point to sit in a chair, and but the way he's talking, I mean, I beg you. I mean, he starts off doing a Bhagavatam sloka. Well, see, he does a song and he gets all the words wrong, and he just waves it, something like that, making fun of it. And then he's about to give Bhagavatam class. I mean, please just let me say this, because it's, I don't know why no one else is saying it. So he's just about to give Bhagavatam class when he starts chit-chatting with the Bengali boys, and then he's saying, "Do you know what a tassel is? A tassel?" And he's spinning his fingers round. And like a tassel is a genital. We all know that. But he's saying it again and again. Do any of you know what a tassel is? And he's spinning his finger around on the Vyasa-san. And then he says, "Who wants to wrestle with me? Come on later. We're having more Prabhupada guitar up in the top room. My room, 4 o'clock." And he's getting them So he's just chatting to the boys, and they're all just, the poor things are just believing, well, this is this is how they've taken over. It's awful. It's just, I probably wouldn't be so aroused about it had he not come out with a video 10 days ago. And if you're serious about this, just watch that video with Krishna's vision, and you see this man is an evil narcissist who's just managed to take over the movement. And he did it in Australia. I watched him, and now he's just got it. He's got it all sewn up. Unless somebody wants to say something, but I'm the only one. We've got Chintamani. Chintamani's been popping his head up. That's probably all we need. Well, thank you, Maharaj. Yeah, it's been pretty lonely, I got to tell you. I haven't seen it. I haven't talked to a devotee for 15 years. The last devotee I talked to, he goes, don't talk to me about that. Now we'll just storm off and leave me. I've been left here for 5 years, haven't been able to shop because this dickhead I invited here turns out pretending to be a devotee, tells me he's Cabal, would kill any cows I brought here. He's taken all my vehicles, every car, motorbike, stolen everything, stole my money, wallet, and stole my house and crop, and just dragged me out here to die. I haven't been able to leave because I could snap my Achilles heel. Haven't been able to took my walking stick, just took my car keys, just destroyed a car my twin bought me, and I'm still left here for 5 years. I've been alone for 5 years, haven't seen one devotee. One devotee's come and visited me too. But one of them's scared to talk about it, and the other one actually put Bhavananda in white years ago. So I've got some support finally, but I've been completely alone, and this just goes to show you, it's just very interesting. We're winning. I've won, and I was determined to, and I'm just proclaiming the victory now. We've got 220 witnesses, and we've got a lawyer. And I just keep pushing the facts. And then nothing is same with Jai Pataka's kid. You just push it, and then they can't disprove it. Because I'm hearing Krishna, I'm hearing the Super Soul. He won't leave me in peace until I do it, because I can. So, isn't that grandiose? Just so plus I've got, I'm sitting on this huge piece of land that the police have given me. It's the biggest cannabis grow operation in Australia. It's just been left for me. The police just took $60 million. It's 2 months' work for here. I'm just left alone with it because with the nutcase who got in here, got my house next door, but that's next door property. So there's big property for any devotees who want to take that opportunity to start a new farm fresh from this. We got to step clear for it. We got to make a point that we're not part of ISKCON. The murderers, we're presenting Prabhupada in a different light. We have to. It looks like we are. They hate the devotees. And it's why we can't, time's up. It just looks like it's, that's why he did this video 10 days ago, and that's why I have to keep up with it, up on the tail of what he's actually doing. If you don't see what he's doing, you'll miss it. You'll miss everyone thinking, how lovely is Bhavananda's back and talking, how sweet he was massaging Prabhupada's feet with his... Didn't he say that last time in the video? No, that's all he says. He's just talking about himself. And that's why I was just saying, when he starts to do Bhagavatam class, he just starts chit-chatting. And he tries to read the sloka in the Bhagavatam. Everyone's bored to tears, They can't stand it listening to him trying to speak the Bhagavatam. You can tell it's just grating, He's bored. He doesn't like it. And he's just making up these stories. Oh, Prabhupada, but he fucking killed him. Excuse me. But, it's just how I feel. I'm just really annoyed. And I'm really annoyed that no devotees